Hello everyone and welcome to this video on the Python programming language. So in this video, I will show you how to build your own cryptocurrency dashboard web application. Now, I'm currently on PyCharm, which is a Python IDE that I will be using to write this program. So feel free to use whatever IDE that works best for you. Now, before we begin, you will want to install a few packages like Streamlit, Pandas, Plotly, and PIL. I already have those packages installed, so I won't be installing them in this video. Also, nothing in this video is financial advice, so be sure to do your own research before making any sort of investment. And with all that being said, let's begin. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is come over here, right click, click on new, then click on Python file, and then give the file a name. So I'm going to call this crypto underscore dashboard. All right, and then I'm going to click OK, and then the file opens for us. And this is where we will be doing our programming. Okay, so before I write any logic, I'm going to put in a description and comments about the program. So that way I can just read that description and have an idea of what the program is about or what it's supposed to do. So here I'm just going to put build a cryptocurrency dashboard. All right. Okay, so next I'm going to import some libraries. So import libraries. All right, so I'm going to import Streamlit as st. I'm going to import pandas as pd. I'm going to import datetime, and I'm going to import plotly.graph underscore objects as go. And from PIL, I'm going to import image. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is create a title and an image for the dashboard. So, or I said create, I'm going to add a title and I'm going to add an image. I already have an image ready, so that's why I'm not going to be creating one here. So let's go ahead and add the title, and then let's add the image to the dashboard. So just type st.write and then put in 3 quotes there. All right. And for the title, I need to use the hashtag or number sign here. And I'm going to call this cryptocurrency dashboard application. And then I'm going to put visually show data on crypto. And the cryptocurrencies that I will be using are BTC, Doge, and ETH. Okay, and I'm going to come back to that as well. And then we're going to be using dates from some date. I'm just going to put a placeholder here for date 1 to date 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the data sets that we're going to be using here. So I have my 3 data sets up here. I have btc.csv. Let me just double click that. I already double clicked the eth.csv file by accident. And then let's double click the doge.csv file. So all 3 of these files are structured the same. Let me just bring this on up. Okay, and they should contain the same date range. So each of them should have these columns, which are date, high price, low price, open price, close price, volume, and adjusted close price. And I can see that all 3 do. And then the date range will be from 12/8/2019 to 5/27/2021 for each of them. Okay. So I'm scrolling down here just to verify this is true. Okay, so everything looks good. So let's go back to the Python program, and let's change this date range here. Instead of date 1, I'm going to put 2019-12-08 to 2021-05-27. And I'm going to make this bold, so I'm going to use these double stars here to bold the information in between them. So right here will be bolded now on the dashboard, and I think that'll look good. So next I'm going to open up the image. So I'm going to create a variable called image and set it equal to image.open. And then I need to put in the file path for the image. And I already have an image. So the image is here. It's in the same directory as our Python file that we're currently on. So let's just double click this and take a look at the image. So you can see here's the image. It says cryptocurrency dashboard powered by Python, and it has our 3 cryptocurrencies. So I think this will be a good image to use for the dashboard. So let's go back here to the Python file, and let's go over here to where the image is, right click, and then click on copy path, and then come down here, put in the quotes, and then paste that path by using Control V. And then we need to change the slashes around. So I'm just going to change those around right now, and we'll have our file location ready for where the image is. All right, so just like that, we are able to open the image. Okay, so next we need to display the image. So just type st.image and then input image, and then we're going to use the column width. So set use underscore column underscore width equal to true, and just like that, this should display the image that we opened up. Okay, so next I'm going to create a sidebar header. So just type st.sidebar.header, and let's just put user input for that header. Okay, and then I want to create a function to get the user's input. So let's call this function get underscore input. All right, and I want the user to be able to put in a start date and an end date and a cryptocurrency symbol. And then I want the dashboard to give back some information based off of those 3 different parameters. So let's create a variable called start underscore date, and let's set this equal to st.sidebar.text underscore input, and the input will be the start date, and I'm going to default it to 2020-01-01, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the end date. So I'm going to create a variable called end date and set it equal to st.sidebar.text underscore input, and we're going to call this end date, and I'm going to default it to 2020-08-01, and then I want to get the cryptocurrency symbol. So I'm going to create a variable called crypto symbol, and I'm going to set it equal to st.sidebar dot text underscore input, and I'm going to call this crypto symbol, and I'm going to default it to be BTC. Okay, and then I'm going to return those 3 variables: start date, end date, and crypto symbol. All right, so next I'm going to create a function to get the cryptocurrency name that correlates to the symbol. All right, so for example, if I see BTC, I want to return Bitcoin. If I see ETH, I want to return Ethereum. And if I see Doge or DOGE, then I want to return Dogecoin. All right, so let's go ahead and create that function. I'm going to call it get crypto underscore name, or get underscore crypto underscore name. All right, it's going to take in the symbol. So again, it's going to take something like BTC. So I'm going to set symbol equal to symbol dot upper. All right, and if symbol equals BTC, then I'm going to return Bitcoin. All right, else if the symbol equals ETH, then I'm going to return Ethereum. Else if the symbol equals Doge, then I'm going to return Dogecoin. Else, I'm just going to return none. All right. Okay. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to create a function to get the proper data and the proper time frame. So from start to end, from the start date to the end date. So let's go ahead and create a function for that. So I'm going to call this function get underscore data, and it's going to take in some parameters like the symbol, because I need to know which cryptocurrency to get. I need to know the start date, and I need to know the end date. So I want to know the date range to bring back for the data that that we want for the dashboard. Okay, so let me put my colon here. All right, so I'm going to set symbol equal to symbol dot upper, and if the symbol equals BTC, then I know I want to load the BTC data set. So I'm going to create a variable called df, which will be short for data frame, and I'm going to set it equal to pd dot read underscore CSV, and I want to read that Bitcoin CSV file, right? So I need to know its location. So I'm going to come up here to btc.csv, right click, and then click on copy path, and then come down here and paste it using Control V, and then I'm going to just change those slashes around. All right, and almost done. One more slash, and there we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm going to highlight all of this, and I'm going to copy it using Control C, and then I'm going to paste that about 2 more times. So 1, 2. All right, and I'm going to change just a few things. So the other 2 files are in the same location, so I can just change the file name here. So this will be Doge, and this will be ETH. Okay, so let's come over here and let's change this to Doge, and let's change this to ETH. And actually, just to keep it a little consistent, I'm going to make this ETH instead and make this Doge. All right, and I'm going to come back over here and change this as well. So this is ETH, and this will be Doge. Okay. So that looks good. We need to, well, you know what? I'm going to put else if here actually instead of if. And then I'm going to put an else statement. Else, I'm going to set df equal to pd dot data frame, and I'm going to give it some columns. So the columns will be the date, the close price, the open price, the volume, and the adjusted close price. Okay. All right. So that looks good. So this will give us the data set. Now we want to get the data set for a specific date range. So I'm going to create a variable called start, and I'm going to set it equal to pd dot to underscore date time, and we're going to input the start from up here. All right, so really what we're doing, I said I was creating a variable called start. Really what I'm doing is I'm converting the start date to date time. All right, and then I'll do the same thing for end. So I'm going to set end equal to pd dot to underscore date time, and we're going to input in there. Okay, so we're just doing some conversion right there. And then I want to set the index to be the date. So I'm going to set df equal to df dot set underscore index pd dot date time index, and then input the date. So that's df date dot values. All right, and then I want to return df, and I want to return the data from df from the start date to the end date, right? So now I'm only bringing back data from the start date to the end date from within that data frame. Okay, so hopefully I didn't make any mistakes there. Everything looks good, but we'll see when I run the program if there are any mistakes. So the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and get that user's input. So I'm going to create a few variables: start, end, and symbol. Okay, so these 3 variables will hold the start date, the end date, and of course the cryptocurrency symbol. So I'm going to set it equal to the get input function that we created earlier. Then I'm going to get the data. So I'm going to create a variable called df and set it equal to get underscore data. And it needs to know what data to get. So we need to input the symbol. We need to input the start date and the end date. All right, and that should bring us back our data. And then I'm going to get the cryptocurrency's name. So I'm going to create a variable called crypto underscore name. I'm going to set it equal to get crypto name, get underscore crypto underscore name. And so we need to input the symbol here. Okay. And next, I want to create a Candle interactive stock chart figure. So let's go ahead and create that figure now. I guess in this case, it would be a Candle interactive crypto chart figure. So I'm going to set fig, or create a variable called fig, and I'm going to set fig equal to go.figure. And we're going to input some data. So I'm going to set data equal to some list. And within that list, I'm going to set x equal to df.index. So that's going to contain the dates. And let's see, is there something wrong here? Yes. So actually, I'm going to set data equal to go.candlestick. And then within there, I'm just going to set x equal to df.index. Okay. So there we go. Looks a lot better. Okay. So I'm also going to set open equal to df open, and I'm going to set high equal to df high. I'm going to set low equal to df low, and I'm going to set close equal to df close. And then I'm going to set the increasing underscore line underscore color equal to green, and I'm going to set the decreasing underscore line underscore color equal to red. Okay, and that should do it for the figure. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. All right, there we go. I think that looks better. Okay, so we're done there. And now we can finally display some more information. So let's show some of the data and create a header for that display. So just type st.header and then put in the crypto name. We're going to append it to this string data. So now we're going to have, if we put in BTC for the symbol, this would say Bitcoin data. Okay. All right, so just type st.write, and I want to show the data frame, so I'm going to put in df there. So we're just going to show the data. And next, I want to get some statistics on the data, so just type st.header and put in crypto name plus, and here I will just put data statistics. There we go. All right, and then just type st.write df.describe. Okay, and I'm just gonna highlight this and copy using Control C and paste it a few more times using Control V, and then just change a few things here. So for the next display, it will be the close price. So here I could just type st dot, I'm going to use a line chart, and then we're going to display the close price. Okay, and here I'm going to display the volume. So just type df volume here, and I want this to be a bar chart. All right, and then last but not least, I'm going to display the candlestick chart. So I'm just going to do Control V again because I still have everything copied from here, right? So I'm just going to change this to candlestick. And then here I'm going to put st dot plotly underscore chart. And I'm going to input the figure here. So fig. Okay, so let me go ahead and save this by clicking on Control S. All right, so now it's saved. Let's go ahead and open up a command prompt to start the web application. So I'm just going to just zoom in a little bit here. All right, and to start this application, you're going to want to type Streamlit run and then quotes, and then you're going to want to get the file path of the program. So that's right here. So I'm just going to right click and then click on copy path. I'm going to come back to the command prompt and I'm going to come over and paste it right here using Control V. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press enter, and I'm going to pause the video while the application loads up, and then I'm going to continue the video once it is done loading. All right, so I'll see you all in a few seconds. Okay, so we're back and the application has loaded. So here we can see the cryptocurrency dashboard application title. We can see that this here, the dates are bolded. So we can see the image as well. So everything looks really good with this dashboard so far. Here we can see the Bitcoin data. So it actually has the name of the asset, Bitcoin. We can see Bitcoin data statistics. We can see the Bitcoin close price, and we can see the Bitcoin volume. And we can even see the Bitcoin candlestick chart. So we can zoom in and out and things like that and get information about a Bitcoin here in the chart. So if I come over here, we can see the user input and we can see the defaulted date ranges and of course the defaulted crypto symbol. So let's give this a trial and let's change this to ETH. Press enter and now we can see data on Ethereum just like that. So that's pretty cool. And let's change the date range. Let's go back up here and let's see what the date range is for the data. So here is to August 1st, 2020, right? So let's change this to August 22nd and press enter. And now we can see that it goes all the way down to August 22nd, 2020. All right, so the data gets updated. And what if I put in a lowercase, let's say Doge, will it mess up? Let's press enter. And no, it does not. So we can see data on Dogecoin here for those same date ranges. All right, so that is basically it. Thanks for watching the video, and a special thanks to the Patreon supporters that are supporting this channel on patreon.com. If you would like to become a supporter of this channel or just get the code, then I will leave a link in the description below for that. If you want to start an investment portfolio of your own and start investing in crypto or stocks, then you can click on the Webull link below and get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 on Webull when you deposit $100 or more. And don't forget to grab $10 worth of Bitcoin using the BlockFi link below when you deposit $100 or more on BlockFi. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.